Time for us to start working on the blog section of our site. So what we're looking at here is the static HTML and CSS template version of our blog homepage. And this is our actual WordPress site and what we have for the blog homepage right now. Clearly not quite what we're looking for yet. So to do this, we're going to create a new template in our theme that's sole job is for the blog homepage. So let me open up our project here in TextMate. We have our static HTML on the left and our WordPress theme on our right. We're going to be making a new type of page just for this blog home. So let me go ahead and do that, make a new file. I'm going to call it pagebloghome.php. And much like we've been doing with other pages, give it this first few lines, which tells WordPress that it is indeed a special type of page template. I'm going to call it blog homepage and save it. Now the HTML that we're going to be kind of copying from is over here in our static HTML and CSS template, the bloghome.html file. So we're going to be kind of copying some of that structure over here. Remember in the very beginning of this, the index.php file used to be in charge of our homepage and just showed the most recent posts. So that's a good starting point for us over here in our WordPress theme. I'm going to open that index.php file, basically steal the whole thing and drop it over here in our page. Now, at the top of it, it opens up a very traditional looking WordPress loop. We're going to adjust that a little bit because this is a page. So we're going to do a query posts up here. You can tell that that is a popular WordPress function that has a lot of power, and we end up using it a lot in custom theme building. And we're going to say posts per page, say 5. And that's going to just adjust and give us the 5 most recent posts that we want back. And we'll save that. Let's jump back now to the web and to our dashboard. So we can get there by going to WP admin. Take a look at our pages. If we open the blog page, it's just what we published earlier. Remember, we published this when we were building our menu. We just made a page called blog and just published it with no content, no parent, no template really. But now that we have the blog homepage template, that's going to show up in this drop-down menu of templates available. So we can select that and hit update, and now it's going to be using this template that we just have created. So let's save it and see what we got going on the web for our new blog homepage. I'm going to open it up in a new tab and see that we have our one most recent blog post showing here, which is basically what we want. We don't want to be looking at anything that says blog anywhere. This is just kind of a placeholder for that template that really displays this. And we said we wanted to see the 5 most recent. Well, we only have one blog post published. So if we were to publish another one, we would see it here. So let's just do that real quick. Say new post. That's what a blog post is. And we'll call it a widget corp turns 5. Content here. And we hit publish. Now that should turn up on top of our blog because it's the most recent blog entry. So that's what we have going on. It still doesn't look quite like this though. That's what we're going for, right? And that's why we have both projects in TextMate open, and we're going to match what's going on over here to what's going on over here. The biggest, most obvious difference is that there's this gigantic The Grind, which is the name of our Widget Corp's blog. So that will copy over here. It is this H1 tag with a class of giant, which indeed it is. And we'll post that over here. And let's look line by line a little bit. Posts open up with div of class post over here, and that's what's going on here with some extra WordPress stuff going on, but that should be fine. Our post titles are H4 tags here. We'll make these H4 tags to match. Then it goes into our meta information, and you can see in this theme right now that comes from that blank template that we use, it's including this meta information so that we can reuse it kind of as a modular chunk. Let's open up that meta to make sure that it's very similar. Posted on. It's dynamically displaying the date, the author, how many comments. So that's pretty close to what's going on here. And it even has a div of class meta, just how we want it to look. In ours over here, we don't list comments, so we could take that out. We'll hit save. Come back to our home page here. Then our content gets spit out here within a div class of entry. That's just what's going on over here, so that's cool. And then it displays this metadata here. We're not going to need that because we've already displayed our metadata for the most part. So we'll get rid of that. And then at the end of that, this includes this navigation, which should be a links to show reading older posts or newer posts if people go back and forth. And we didn't mock that up, but that's fine for over here. So I'll hit save and come back to the web and see how we're doing on the blog homepage. This is our live version, and we're doing much better. It doesn't look exactly like this because we have these specific posts here with more content, but the styling is exactly the same, and that's what we're going for here. We don't see any navigation because we don't have more than 5 posts, which is what we asked for. But if we had 6 posts, we'd see some links down here for pagination. So that's our blog homepage, mocked up just how we have it in our HTML and CSS. Now we need to look at styling an individual blog post.